So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Buying some time right. They'll get it to Rasheed Rice, complete. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Yellow!
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. A tackle made at the 47.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Right back to Pacheco. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
So first down from the 41.
Fight on these two.
Motioning the tight end left. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense to the line fast.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
The second down run by Pacheco. He has room past the 25. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They get 23 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down throw, Mahomes. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Can't you know this? All those amazing essays you wrote at Cal, that start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Right to the air, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. All set to go now from the 35.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bengals.
Ready?
First down, Burrow to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Completed to his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one gains 7. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
A gain of 7.
Here we go.
Cincinnati.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At their
And they can go ahead and
48-yard
stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. The Chiefs in control so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
On third down, here's Burrow. Escapes the pocket. Hits his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And the Bengals have a first down.
That's another Bengals first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 34-yard
Burrow
line.
from the gun. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. Will muster a little down to the 30. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
2nd and 6. At the Chiefs 30-yard
To
line.
throw again, it's Burrow. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
The 17-yard line.
On first down, here's Burrow. Setting up the screen. And he's brought down at the line.
To Chase Brown. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Chiefs 16-yard line.
Not much scoring to this point since we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around, more from Arrowhead on the other side. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? 11 Thomas.
Again, it's Burrow. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here we go. 180, 11 mighty, 11 shot.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. The left side, and Gesicki has it. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
12. Gun. Stop.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. He's gotten to his running back. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and he netted some positive yards.
It's a 3-yard gain, and they're in great shape now with 2nd and goal from the 1.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
Brown again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
11 MT. Here we go. Stop.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get their first points of this game just before halftime. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
And not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th.
Yellow.
Looking to throw. He gets it to Rice. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. Timeout is called, just 4 seconds, and we would assume, Brock, 1 play remaining in this half. One last play before the break.
Yellow. Attack, attack.
One final shot before the half. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Yellow.
Looking to throw. He rolls to his right. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're up and running once again. This taken from the 12. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. A throw left side, caught by Brown. Short pickup to their own 31. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 12. Right, 80. Right,
Burrow to the air now. Right side cut by Higgins. Short gain in the end to about the 36-yard line. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cut.
To the air again. It's Burrow. He finds Brown, right side. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another big
11 MT, 11.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Cut.
Burrow now on 1st down. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
11. Gun. Cut.
Sticking to the air here. Headed out right. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 12. Right in.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go. 180.
From the red zone now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Brown takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back to the 5. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. Pretty easy kick here, Brock. Just 22 yards. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Escapes the defender, and he's brought down just inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Design bootleg here. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. Gets some space around midfield. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Fire down these two.
Hunt trying things up the gut. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They'll gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.